Good morning. I'm out here with the chickens. I'm going to show you how to take this and make your plants just explode. But first I'm going to feed this to the chickens and I'm going to keep the peeling. So, to be continued. Okay, so my husband just came by and he threw a bunch of grass for them. They love the grass, but these are my babies. We have 9 of them. And I have my 2 older chicks. So you're going to see the dog kennel that we have because we wanted to keep them separated so they could get used to being with each other. And now they're doing fine, and then we'll take this out. Here's my girls and 1 rooster, apparently. We named him Blue because he sounds like a velociraptor. So here you go. You want a banana? There we go. Come on, babies. Here. Come on. Nah, they're like, I want the grass. Here you go. Oh, boy. All right, so let's go on our greenhouse tour next. Okay, so I'm in the greenhouse. We're about to start the tour, but I wanted to show you what I'm going to do with this banana peel. So let me switch the camera around and then talk, because I found out that I keep talking as I'm flipping it and nothing's happening. Or you hear me break up. It's okay, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'm just going to stick it in here. And then I'm going to put some water in it. And I'll keep adding to it. But I'll let this sit and ferment for, I don't know, till it gets looking gross, because then the plants really love that. I'm not sponsoring the peanut butter, but I love the jar. So there's that. This is an older one. See how gross it is? Oh my gosh, but this stuff is so good for the plants. So I pour about probably a couple tablespoons into the jar or into the jug. So, and then I'll just water with it. So just basically do this, pour it in, maybe I'll put 4 in here. That feels right. And then sometimes I'll give it a shake. And if that gets too disgusting, which is going to happen pretty soon, I will throw those in a flower bed. Bury them up. Put them in there. Here we go. Put another one. Okay, so what's that, 5? Then I'll fill this up, and I'll put this in my watering can, and then we'll water the plants. But let me show you what they've been doing, what this little banana peel situation has done. Okay, so first I'll show you the seedling area. So it's actually starting to be taken over by the other areas. But look at how nice and big these guys are getting. These are doing really good. This is broccoli. And this is strawberry spinach. I got that idea from Baker Creek because I was influenced by his commercials. Of course, the corn has been going outside. I still have to put these out. So there's that. And these are my zinnias, I think. Yep. Tomatoes I transplanted. Here's our radish pile. And there. And catnip. And look at the grapes. Whoops. Look at these. They're doing really good. Oh, I thought this one was dead and it's got a little bud on it. Sweet. So I'm just letting it sit here. It's just in its spot, living its best life. So here's some more things. Okay, little baby plants. This is some sort of basil, holy basil. Love that. So basically I've planted stuff that I have in tea bags in my kitchen, so I can have make my own tea. So, and that holy basil is one of those things. Horehound, hyssop. See, they're coming. They were just barely peeking through last week. And then I started adding the banana water. So, let's go to the next one. Let's see here. And as you can tell, everything is just doing so amazing. These guys doubled in size, I think, in the last couple weeks. And then, oh look, this is what happens when you let things go too long without transplanting them. So, pretty little yellow flowers on the bok choy. These are getting so big, and I'm ready to put those in a bigger planter or a bigger pot. Here's this guy, and then over here, this is, let's see, what do we got? Cabbage. Here's my thyme. Peppers. This is actually lettuce. So, and then these, I've just been putting them in bigger pots because we're going to have 38 degrees on Monday as a low night temperature, like Monday and Tuesday, I think it is. And I'm just so afraid. I've done this before. I've got them like this healthy, okay? And then I go out, plant them, and then we get a frost. And I'm like, ugh, I can't lose them. All right, but here is what the water does with the banana liquid in it. Look at how nice these are. Well, they're all doubling in size, tripling in size, but look at how nice these look. I just had this one out earlier. It's dry now, but this is the collards. Need to give it a little bit more water. This is, what is this? Safflowers. Oh my gosh, my safflowers. Look at how big they are. Doing so good. And then here's the yarrow that I got out of the garden. I rescued it. My poor little strawberry. We're just resting in here. Hopefully it'll come back. And then look at how nice these tomatoes are. These are my, a few weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, when I said, oh, I've never grown these before. And I'm like, oh yeah, these are my favorite. These are the black Hungarian peppers. Look how nice they're looking. So there's that. And these guys. So, and then we talked about the different tomato leaves. I think I've got some that are big enough we can actually do that as a, you know, I'll like do a little short on it or something, because you can tell that the leaves all have similarities to the kind, but different from each other. Let's see if okay, so like this is a white currant. See how the leaf is shaped? A little broader. And then that is the pineapple. So, I don't know. To me, they look different. One's a little wider. You guys are probably like, you're nuts. They look the same. Anyway, it could happen. I could be crazy. So, but I'd like to show you guys what I was talking about. There's a couple different ones, a couple different varieties that are actually very, very different. So, yep, I got to get these beans out of here because look, you're taking over. You're taking over the place. So, next weekend, I'm hoping that I'll be able to move things out. So, we shall see. So, thank you again for watching. One more quick view of these guys. Oh, I wanted to mention, I took that shelf out of here because I don't know if you remember from last week, it was up really high, and the plants on the top got too high or too hot. So I had to take that out because we couldn't have that. And then also, what else did I do last week? Oh, I put lights in. So see these lights? These are the best lights. Oh my gosh. I got them off of Amazon. I have no idea what they are called, but if you want to take a screenshot and then look them up, because obviously I'm not sponsoring anything, but I have a timer on it, and it actually extends it like 4 or 5 hours after dark and 4 or 5 hours before it gets light. So we've got more light in here too. So maybe that has something to do with it, the amount of growth I've had, but I really do think it's attributed to that putting a banana water on it. Look at you. These coxcomb are going to be so pretty. All right, well, that's a wrap. Hold on one second. See, I'm holding on again. Okay. All right, thank you again so much for watching, for joining me in my greenhouse. I'll hopefully get some flower bed footage at some point. I don't know. Right now it looks like a huge mess outside. So we've been taking trees down and there's branches everywhere. It's a disaster. So if you like this video, please like it. If you want to see my next week's video tour of the greenhouse and then what I'm doing in the garden, please subscribe. And I will be putting a couple shorts up because I got some ideas for some artwork that goes outside. So follow for more. Thanks. And best of all, have a great day. Happy Mother's Day and take care. We'll see you next time.